Hello, everybody, and welcome
Hello.
to episode 84 of the TTV Podcast. Thank you for the cut-in, everyone.
Disgusting. It's an episode.
Even worse, it's Keeney.
Yeah, I know, right? It's
Well.
horrible.
Welcome to Mardi Gras.
Let's get our introductions out of the way, as per usual.
It's not.
'Cause we got a surprise. So, let's go.
Right.
I'm Dustin.
I'm Broderin.
I'm Eljay.
I'm
I guess
Kahi.
I guess that makes me Keeney.
I am Viper.
Yes.
Oh, Keeney.
So,
I know.
so a while ago, we
Keeney,
put out a
since
cast.
when do you come up?
We put out a casting call on the channel.
What was that?
What the heck?
That was a monkey. No, just kidding. It was my brother.
While we're
Uh,
going, put out-
My family has like a lot of issues. One of them being that they're all like medieval primates. So
It
gets a little.
sounds like it's about to go destroy the world.
that was interesting. So back on track. Recently, we did a casting call to try to get some more female voices on the podcast, and well, we have some success to show today. And this is
Yeah.
of Viper, a longtime actual fan of ours, who has now decided they want to join the podcast. So Viper, say hey.
Hi.
He said, "Hey, gosh, you can't listen to anyone's orders."
What?
Yeah,
Shut
well,
up,
Some people
Jay.
don't listen to LJ or Meso as much as you do, LJ.
What?
But some people don't listen to Meso as much as you do. Some people just don't care about what
LJ
Meso
just
says.
I'm just
What,
a
Keeney?
good cat. Let's shut up. Say some more.
Yeah.
This is already turning out to be pretty good.
All right, Mike, you should talk a little bit more. Like, let the fans listen to your advice.
Yes, and tell the
You're
fans
beautiful.
tell the fans what some stuff about you, what you
Trying to sound
like.
too deafy.
Yes.
Wow, this is very bad. Put on the spotlight here. I like Bionicles, obviously.
Oh, well, Jay.
The Paraka are awesome.
Yeah, you got Zach 10 as your profile picture.
Yeah, Zach 10's my favorite.
You and Lady K have something in common.
Oh, lady.
Right.
Yeah, like I think I saw some of her drawings on DeviantArt. They're really good.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Oh, yeah, that dude who did the BNG stuff, yeah.
what's some other stuff you're into besides Bionicles?
I like playing Xbox and DS.
Oh yeah.
3DS.
3DS?
I got a DS Lite.
Aw.
Lame.
Have you ever heard of a game series called Ace Attorney?
Dun, dun,
I already
dun,
tried.
Nah.
That's just no.
nah,
It can't.
passed.
dun, dun.
I'm
That
not.
was
I'm
worth
not
a shot.
like. I like Harvest Moon and farming and Pokemon.
Wow.
Harvest Moon is an interesting game.
Pokemon. Wait, what Pokemon do you have?
I like I have Pokemon White at the moment, but I
Aw.
do have Pokemon Pearl, Platinum, and I did have Ruby, but I lost it. And I also play the Mystery Dungeons as well.
Oh yeah. Those games are the
You've
best.
got all, generations I don't
Pokemon
have,
Ranger,
so.
don't even get me started on Pokemon Ranger. I hate Pokemon Ranger.
What's wrong with Pokemon Ranger?
Ranger's
Besides
great.
the obvious
to-
stuff.
I used to cry in frustration.
About what?
But
The
Ranger was
difficulty?
such an awesome game.
About trying to catch a Pokemon with that stupid thing that those Rangers I can't remember what they're called. Stylus thing, or is that
Ah,
the
yeah.
name of the pen?
Yeah, that's the name of the pin, but it was like a lasso.
Oh, yeah, the stylus is the pen.
Anyway, this is veering
There's
off
like this
topic so
lasso
much.
thing.
So,
Yeah.
it's-
what are some of your hobbies? Do you draw, write, all of the above?
tea time.
I Ironically, I don't actually like tea.
Ha!
But,
Well, you know what? That sucks, because I, for some reason, have 2 cups of tea here.
I like drawing and writing. I like writing fan fictions and fan art. And yeah.
Gotta write that fan art.
I love that picture that you made on Twitter with like all of us at the dinner table at Thanksgiving.
Yup.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The TTV Thanksgiving.
We should
Yep.
put that in the video or something.
I probably will if that's okay with you, Viper.
That's fine, like, but it's not perfect, so
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go like this is a masterpiece because I really literally did it like out of like spontaneous ideas.
I don't know,
It's
I like
oh,
it.
I should put that.
I like it.
Mhm.
You initially forgot
It's
VAR
like
and had me
spent-
at the head of the table, and then had to.
Yeah, I
Edit
had to get rid of Messinac and then draw Var and Messinac next to each other.
Best body.
And then for some like Tenebrae and C4, I had to draw them behind because I don't know what they look like.
Yeah. Lol C4. No one knows C4 yet.
Yep, we have more surprises in the
Oh
pipeline.
yeah,
We've got more surprises for everyone. Our cast list has grown.
Yep.
it's a bomb.
But
It's
anyway,
It's a party.
it's also shrink. Okay.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Viper. Do you have anything else to say to the audience? To introduce
Nope.
yourself?
Oh,
You should say you're a wizard, Harry.
you're a wizard, Harry.
Hey, hooray.
Yay. British stereotype.
Made VAR so happy.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Yes.
God.
Hooray.
Okay, before you give them a heart attack.
Bloody hell.
Yes.
This is awesome.
All right.
This is just awesome.
Well, now that that's out of the way, welcome to the podcast, Viper. We hope you enjoy your time here and the lulls that shall be had and such. And with that being said, we will start into the first discussion topic of the day. Several days ago, we posted a video on the channel, and it was basically the trailer for Hero Factory 2014 Invasion from Below TV special, which was actually found, to my knowledge, a bit later on all versions of the Hero Factory website except for the US version, because they don't come out in the US until March. So they're not even going to bother to update the
Just
website.
lame.
Yeah, it's pretty lame.
Now late.
And someone has comprised important shots from the trailer into this one Eurobricks post filled with screenshots of possible summer sets. And rather than have to watch the trailer panel, like, it's okay, who's talking?
I think it's Viper.
It's Viper with like her father, and she forgot the mute.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry.
That's fine. But yeah, there's basically a bunch of pictures here that people have taken, namely our friend VBBN, of possible summer sets, notably being two more walkers, like the Evo Walker, a four-legged thing people are dubbing the Queen Beast, and Surge
She's
has
like
a
holding
jet.
these eggs things. that-
Yeah, could possibly be in the sets. Surge has a jet that people are theorizing based on one shot transforms into a humanoid mech. Raka has another vehicle, which I hope is just for the purposes of the show, because it looks very bare bones, not like an actual set. It doesn't even have like a windshield at all. There is a red four-legged beast, and then finally what everyone's loving, Azure beasts as the main color. And they've got claws, and they've got like a spike on their head, and they've got a bunch of recolors, and they're just great. Now, this is probably not the
It's very
full list of
colourful.
summer 2014 sets. Yes, it is very colorful. Because we do not know.
Kryptonite.
The thing that happened with Brain Attack was in the initial trailer that was revealed for that. We got most of the sets, but I don't believe we got all of them. And like we didn't get Jet Raka or anything. And of course, some of the sets like Dragon Bolt were upscaled for the purposes of the show. So these pictures by no means represent the entire wave we're gonna get. They've probably been altered for the show, but it's a nice glimpse into what we could be getting. And I'll be honest, looks pretty mediocre. I'm not gonna lie. The four-legged beast and the jet look well done. Everything else looks good. However, people were kind of hoping they'd do more things different after the first wave, and these beasts don't really Like this, the four-legged beast. If this is supposed to be the flagship villain set, that thing looks like it could be just $20. It looks small. It has wings that are identical to flyer beasts from this wave. It's a unique design, but it's nothing insane as far as complexity goes. People were hoping to get a large villain that would possibly be a more expensive purchase, like Witch Doctor, but that may not end up happening. However, it's not all bad. For some of the heroes which were omitted from this wave are back and better than ever, like Stringer and Bulk. So
I'm gonna say right now, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Stringer's gonna have a walker.
that would be terrible.
Sorry, a turret. A turret. He's gonna have a turret.
That would be awful. I would hate
A
Lego
musical
forever.
turret of musicality.
Yeah.
I would like to.
Thanks.
I'd like to point out something. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th picture of one of these creatures getting like hit.
Yeah.
If you look off to the left, isn't that transparent blue and black?
Looks like normal blue to me.
It looks like transparent blue.
Well, the problem with that is the Stringer has his old colors back. You can
Wait, he
see
does?
one of
How?
these
Wait,
pictures,
wait.
It's dark orange when he's fighting with Bulk and Evo against the crowd. It's very faint,
Oh.
and it's evident in the 720p HD video. However, no longer has trans blue.
Yeah, in that case, never mind.
It could be, but I'm thinking it's just a surge.
We'll see.
Oh, Kahi.
Yeah.
Okay, indeed. Wait.
The funny noises from your family.
So what do you guys think?
I really have no-
Or do you have anything to say at all?
I like
about
the
it?
8th picture.
Oh, the 8th picture.
I like the 8th picture. The guy's like reaching out to the camera. Well, it looks like he's reaching out to the camera.
Yeah,
Poor
it is
Raka.
funny looking. Poor Raka. Unloved by all because he was in too many sets and everyone hates him now.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's like
Also,
the
his head
Inferno
looks like a bit
guy.
like
He literally is the new
EOD.
Furno. Oh, wow, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he replaced Ferno, ironically.
Furno used to be in all the sets, and then here comes the rookie Raka. And
No.
the market is oversaturated with Raka.
Oh, Meso.
Which is unfortunate because Rock has got like the best color scheme of them all.
I know, right?
He does.
People in
you're right.
Bionicle always wanted gold sets, and we never got them except for like Brutaka. And then HF gives us a gold mainstay character, and they just make so many of them.
Yeah.
Wow, that's such a troll.
There's a reason we didn't get
Yeah.
so many gold characters.
Why?
They knew
They
this
want
would
it's a
happen.
sign.
Yeah.
It's a
You know,
sign
I
they
think
want you to buy
Hero
them.
Factory should have done like they should have immediately started making teal and purple heroes.
Wow.
To, you know, kind of appease that
That's
crowd.
stupid.
Immediately.
Immediate.
At least they're making teal and purple sets now, even if it's not actual teal and they're villains. But it's better than nothing. Anyway, does anyone else have anything to say about this trailer?
Not really, no.
I'm
Much more cinematic. I
Animation
love
was
it.
good.
Yeah, I'm eager to see how the animation works because it still has the style and look of the original stuff, but the animation company that's doing this helped with Pacific Rim and did all the Bionicle CGI commercials.
It's Ghost.
So, yeah,
It's
Ghost.
very
I-
like
I mean, like obviously they're using the same models and like stuff like that. So
Except
it's
for the
gonna,
new
it
ones
looks
they
the same.
create.
Yeah.
Some of the new ones they're
But-
creating are interesting though because they're taking liberties with them, like the little jumpers. You have the four-legged people. On the actual sets, they're
Yeah.
small 3-piece things, whereas in the TV show they're built using regular pieces, and they're upscaled to match. Like you can see the sockets on their legs and whatnot, as if they
yeah,
were
they're
bigger.
very
Some
set
of these-
like
Yeah, go on.
like the animations. Like you can tell like the eye bit when the creature like scrunches its eye.
Yeah,
It's like it looks like a sticker instead of an actual eye. So
yeah.
that's pretty good in like production, like endorsement of products. But
Maybe it's just me, but some of these renders look a little low poly. Not all of them, but several of them.
Yeah, no, I actually did notice that, especially when the daylight scenes or when the beasts are breaking up through this
Yeah.
apparent new city. It did look very low res and
But,
under rendered.
We've seen. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm assuming these are from early on in the pipeline because it's a trailer. So, they're probably just like, test renders or something that they compile together to put on for a Cartoon Network spot. I mean, none of the scenes in Pacific Rim really looked that under-rendered. And considering the amount of quality we've seen from Ghost before, I have enough faith. But the cinematography, you can tell from a lot of the scenes, the screenshots, just the framework and how everything's positioned and the way things are moving towards the camera and the angles to take. It's much more improved. It looks a lot more cinematic.
I like the beginning part when it's like all mysterious when the guy's traveling in the cave and then he unfortunately gets attacked.
Or Raka. First to die. Except the characters never die. Anyway.
Raka dies?
No.
Well, I hope so.
I hope so.
Those eggs reminded me of face huggers.
Huh?
Yeah.
Alright, well, that's pretty much all for the Hero Factory trailer. I shall link it in the description if you didn't see it earlier. Be sure to analyze further. You may spot some stuff that we missed. And yeah, hopefully we'll get the full website update in a month or two. Maybe in January.
Mm-hmm.
And on that note, the next thing we have to discuss is BZP updating. Now,
It's updating. Okay,
it is
the next thing we have to
updated. Actually, it's back up as of the recording of this video. However, when this was
Hooray!
recorded, they posted a news article saying we're going to take the forums down, and we had mentioned this on the newscast earlier this week. And they said, don't worry, it's just a minor upgrade comprised of bug fixes, so no new forum features. But they're going to be live tweeting the status using the hashtag BZP update on Twitter. And we were all laughing at that, even though it is kind of a smart thing to do for the people that always criticize them about taking too long. They have full status updates. However, Viper and I were joking around about hashtags and whatnot. So I sent a tweet on the TTV Twitter account where it was like, "Oh no, BZPower is updating. Rip in peace BZP 2001-2013. Hashtag BZP update. Hashtag swag. Hashtag YOLO."
Why'd you do that?
Wow,
Why
wow.
did you do that?
For the lulz.
To make everyone angry.
It worked.
And it shows up in the hashtag BZP update when people go looking for updates. So, hopefully people got a chuckle out of that, but the forums are back up now. And the whole reason they were taken down in the first place was because there was an error in the coding, the BB code, and Envision basically told BZP, I guess, we're not going to help you because you're not using the updated software. So Black 6 just said the forums are up, problem isn't fixed, but at least we can now get some help.
Yeah.
Poor BZP.
Well, good on you, BZP, for not screwing the form up again.
Yeah. Everything appears to be A-okay. For now.
Don't say that. Craig and Jack will turn right round and destroy the whole thing.
Yeah. Another hacking attack.
Jack.
Hack
You
attack.
just imagine him like waking up somewhere like, I know what I'm going to do today. He's like, finish the verb. I know what I'm going to do today.
Yep. Yeah, he had a feeling he should go hack BZP. It's time.
The cookie of destruction is arriving.
Yep.
Cookie destruction.
Oh god, it's rolling through the city now. Buildings are falling. Oh god, run. Run.
That's invasion from below. The real threat is a giant cookie. No, not even the beasts. The heroes
With
must
some ham. Kopaka.
And that's how the
Kopaka
cookie
embedded in the
crumbles.
cookie. Lol.
Baraka?
No, Kopaka.
No, Kopaka.
Oh, he said Baraka.
It could be Baraka too. Why not? I'm sure Crackjack likes his Baraka.
Alright.
With their troll faces.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that about BCP so everybody knows. We were concerned in the newscast it was going to go down for a long period of time. However, everything is A-okay. Now,
Alright.
some more interesting stuff. We've got Marvel 2014 set pictures, finalized versions of the 3 pictures we saw prior, and then pictures of the 2 sets which we'd only heard about in the retailer catalog.
This looks like crap.
But VAR, it looks fine.
It looks like crap.
I must actually say, I'm liking the look of a lot of these sets.
Oh, good God, that goblin.
That green goblin.
I was just looking at that actually.
Why did they do Ultimate Goblin?
It looks like he's wearing Ben 10 uniform.
All the Spider-Man sets are based off Ultimate Spider-Man. So Electro's in his
But
Ultimate
guys-
outfit.
Guys, this is actually a combination of things. You see, they're combining the Ultimate Universe and the movie universe, because this was our first official hint on who that glider guy was in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 poster.
Intrigued.
That Electro.
I can see how they're timing these.
That's the case, because if that's the case, then Doc Ock's gonna be in it.
Well, technically,
They did
he's
show
referenced
Doc
with
Ock
the Doc Ock arms.
Yeah.
Well, is Hulk gonna be in it too?
Oh yeah.
Well-
Those sets aren't related, but the 3 Spider-Man sets, I think, because they don't have the license to make Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie sets, because Mega Bloks has it, I think they were trying to make Spider-Man
Oh.
sets that kind of hinted toward the movie, like an Electro
Yeah.
set to release at the same time.
Is Luke Cage gonna be in
With
the
the
movie
exact
too?
same design.
Yeah.
Huh? Is Luke Cage gonna be in the movie? Because
Power-
he's definitely in that set.
Power Man.
Maybe he's gonna be in a movie we don't know yet.
Eljay, I think you're pulling some stuff right out of your posterior.
I think that, yeah, I am.
Blank Sunbride.
So, Kahi, what do you think of these sets?
It's okay. Ultimate Green Goblin is Ultimate Green Goblin, so yeah, I guess that's okay.
Power Man,
MODOK.
Mary Jane. But yeah, MODOK.
MODOK.
Yeah.
I remember
MODOK,
that from when we
man,
played Marvel Heroes. MODOK.
Yeah.
Marvel Heroes is
I mean,
fun.
kind of. Marvel Heroes is pretty fun. MODOK looks pretty cool. The Falcon, I guess is this the Hulk Lab Smash? It's not. It says Ultimate Spider-Man. This is obviously Avengers, but it's classic cartoon Avengers or not comic Avengers.
Yeah.
Because Hulk has purple pants, and Thor has the four circles on his chest. Falcon's all red, decked out, and there's Taskmaster. Taskmaster's
Thor looks like he's got his arms out. He's like, no, don't do it, Hulk. Control your anger.
So much for that.
Thor's in jail and looks like rescue again.
I see what you mean. Hulk, what are you doing, Hulk? Why, Hulk?
How about
Hulk,
that
stop.
Captain America
No,
set?
Hulk, please.
He's
Oh.
destroying everything but the prison.
Go home, Hulk. You're drunk.
What would happen if that happened?
What's
What if
funny?
Bruce Banner just went to
Oh.
a party, got
And
really,
did
really
it-
drunk?
He got
like,
wasted, and he started hitting on a chick, and she was like, "Get away from me, you creep!" And he just hulked out.
drunk smash!
Drunk smash.
Where's bar? Nowhere Manhattan. Plus
Dude, he
Queens.
can't ever have a relationship. Every time he gets dumped, he just hulks out.
TTV episode 84.
Oh, just
Drunk
imagine
smash.
the poor girl. Just imagine the poor girl ending up like Loki.
Yep.
Yeah.
Drunk.
Boom!
And they're also doing the similar
Alright,
thing
well,
with the Spider-Man sets with the Captain America set. They kind of reference the movie, even though it's not from Winter Soldier.
Yeah, it's comics. I do a lot more classic comic stuff, which is great. I love classic comic stuff. It seems to be classic comic Captain America. Nick Fury. Do you guys know that Nick Fury died in the comics and they replaced him with a black Nick Fury because basically everybody thinks of Nick Fury as being black now.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, I
it's
didn't know.
kind of interesting. He used to be just white dude. with an eye patch,
Oh.
and they made him black for Ultimate, and they based him off Samuel L. Jackson, and Samuel L. Jackson said, you can base this Nick Fury off my likeness if I get to play Nick Fury in any of the movies that he's in. And they said, deal. And
Deal.
look where that. Yeah.
Wow.
Talk about deal, man. So
See if Real Power wants a magazine or something.
exactly, I guess people got confused. Readers were getting confused because all these new readers were coming in, and they're like, "Why isn't Nick Fury black?" And they're like, "We really have no reason to make him black. Everybody kind of hates white Nick Fury, so they killed off white Nick Fury, placed him with this other guy who has on the code name Nick Fury."
I'm
Blast.
not gonna say anything.
So comics update for you guys. Everyone noticed that the spider, if you look at the Doc Ock set, it says Spider Trike versus Electro. And if
Yeah,
Electro
noticed.
is-
The
Yeah.
names are switched. Out of the sets, I don't buy system like pretty much at all, but I would actually go ahead and buy either Doc Ock Truck Heist, or I would personally get the Spider Helicopter Rescue.
They do look
Myself.
pretty good.
But more
Yeah, they do.
realistically, I'll try and pick up the Doc Ock Truck Heist.
Do
I
a
would
review.
like to get more system stuff. I'd like to get more system stuff, but it seems like a lot of it's really licensed now, and the licenses kind of make them more
More
expensive.
expensive. Yep.
Yeah.
Normal
Yeah.
system is bad
But-
enough. Superheroes is like.
Yeah. I ain't got the money for that.
Superheroes is a big thing right now.
It is.
It really has. It's weird.
Much.
Comic culture has become mainstream.
I know. Honestly, it's been really good for me. People come up to me and ask questions all the time, like, "Oh yeah, you want to know who that weird guy at the end of Thor 2 was?"
Dude, yeah, I can like.
Hey, whoa! I haven't seen Thor 2.
Well, there's a weird guy there. Just
Wait.
Spoiling that
There's a
for you.
weird
And it's
guy.
not you, LJ.
Spoiler
Well, no,
alert!
I
There's
know
a
that.
weird guy.
There's a weird guy in a movie about Asgard and Thor and Norse mythology. Oh, there's a week.
Are you still talking?
Yes.
Are you still,
Yes, he is.
dude? You will. Okay, you are going to go watch that movie, and you're going to get to the after credit scene, and you're going to be like, "Wow, that guy was weird." Like even compared to everybody else, that guy is extra weird.
Yeah.
And then anyone who's
Weasel?
watched Thor 2, you know what I'm talking
I know
about.
Is it Rocket
If you stay
Raccoon?
for that credit
No.
scene, you know. No, it's not. But yeah, I mean, like, this is the point where American mythology really becomes realized. I think it's a
American
good place.
mythology.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is ironic, because
Superheroes.
a part of that is Thor, and that's North mythology.
North. What
Oh,
about
exactly.
South?
I mean, a lot of
Norse.
think
North
about it.
mythology.
Think about it, right? How many the Greeks and the Romans? You know why they're so similar? They based it off each other. So, yeah, we stole a couple stuff from other mythologies. That's how it works.
Okie dokie.
Was it just me,
Yeah,
or does
these are-
Electro have this weird grin on his face?
No, it's, yeah, I see that too.
I can't,
He looks
I
more Green
can't
Goblin.
see. It's too far away.
He looks.
Couldn't be as bad. Couldn't
He
be as
looks
bad
quite
as the bots.
deppy.
Quite
Deppy.
dippy.
I look at
Ha,
Deppy.
ha, ha.
We're sorry, Viper. No, okay,
I'm
no.
sorry,
It's
Viper.
cool. It's cool. I
LJ,
just don't
I'm
find it that
sorry.
amusing anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
We're
I,
not
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah, that's very
The
true.
brain-
You can see. Yeah.
I just realized.
I didn't even notice the brain dude in the Ultimate Spider-Man one, the whole collab smash.
No, it's MODOK.
Who was that
That's
brain
another-
dude in the Hulk animations? Do you remember the cartoons?
Yes.
It was like
There were
Brain
Hulk
dude.
animations? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they were like the really old ones.
Yeah. Pelted by gamma rays, aiding it with glare
Yeah.
rays.
He was like green and he had a giant brain.
Yeah, that's the
Styles,
leader.
Very
the
good
brain.
description.
Yeah.
He used to creep me out.
You
Well, the
used to
leader
creep
is
me
pretty
out.
creepy.
Wow.
LJ still creeps me out.
I'm sorry. I just realized something. This is actually very clever. They've brought back the flick fire missiles, but on the Spider-Man sets, at least the Spider Trike versus Electro and the helicopter, I noticed the flick fire missiles are white. They're like a pure white, and I'm thinking, normally they'd be some trans neon color. But then I realized,
Webs.
yeah, they're web spheres.
That
They're
is
like,
cool, actually.
that is very clever.
Yeah.
I like
And
that.
this is very apparent on the Spider Trike, because it looks like he's firing like a spider, like a web ball thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, Electro looks so weird.
Spider ball.
No.
Yes.
It looks like he's like on a
Spidey
pedestal,
is
like
spider
flying
ball.
up.
Spider ball.
I don't even know what to feel about that.
Spider sploosh.
Why like a Spider-Man even using a spider trike to be? Why does he have a trike? First of all,
Good
not
question.
like a
It's like a
bike or something.
mongoose.
Yeah.
I think
Use
the
of
latest
Halo.
possible thing Spider-Man could be driving, you know. But anyway, why are you driving anything when he could easily just web sling?
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I don't like the spider game. I don't mind a spider buggy because that was an old comics thing, and it was kind of corny, but yeah, I get that they're paying respects to it. But then they have all these other spider vehicles, a spider helicopter, a spider motorcycle. Like you think Spider-Man would not need a freaking motorcycle? It would be the one thing he doesn't
It's
need.
not a
because,
motorcycle, Kahi. It's a trike.
Sometimes you
well,
gotta drive
know
in
what his
style.
personality is.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Like, right?
It's a motorcycle for 5-year-olds.
Exactly.
You know what he's
it's
like,
the
he's
lamest
lazy.
possible thing.
Yeah. But
He's lazy.
the-
Peter Parker's lazy.
wait, Epoch?
I guess that's true. You would get tired.
Here's the thing, though, with Spider-Man. You see, Viper, we do know his personality. It's witty.
Shut up,
Yeah.
man.
Dear God.
Wit. And that's how you make a chat room
Thanks
so
for
silent.
joining us for TTV, everybody.
Yeah, that's how you make everyone.
That's all, folks.
So,
Alright, but
That's
yeah.
pretty much it.
Maybe
what, Viper?
maybe it can go up walls, like spider bike.
Spider bike does whatever spider bike does.
That'd be interesting.
No.
Because Electro is flying up. So what's the point of having a motorcycle thing if he's flying up?
Valid
Can
point.
we talk a bit about the Amazing Spider-Man 2 trailer? Because man,
Sure,
was that
why not?
legit
We'll
or
lump
what?
it in here. Just let's round this out
Yeah, we'll
and
lump it in.
say, I think this wave is very solid, especially because it introduces a lot of new people, and like some of the complaints have been it's just Spider-Man and his stuff, but now we've got, Red Skull and MODOK and Taskmaster and Falcon and yeah.
And random.
Wait, is that Red
stuff there.
Skull?
Yes,
Oh,
it
it
is.
is Red Skull. I didn't notice. I thought it was Nick Fury, honestly.
What?
Black Nick Fury,
Kai, the
white Nick
set's
Fury,
name
and
is
red Nick
Kai,
Fury.
the set's name is Captain America versus Hydra.
Sunburnt Nick Fury.
Hydra and the Red Skull, and technically in the comics, have actually kind of been separate. They work together on many occasions, but they're separate organizations. I thought it was just like Nick Fury and someone had hijacked this thing. I wasn't really too sure. It looks a bit like Nick Fury.
Looks like Nick Fury.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay,
let's talk about the Spider-Man 2
They're both-
trailer.
it was good. I'm excited.
It was
good.
great.
I
I'm
liked
excited. The hype, man.
Oh,
the
man.
hype.
The hype.
I noticed
said
the
before.
CGI looks really, really good in the Times Square scene, but then everywhere else it looks
Yeah.
like crap.
Yeah,
It's 'cause
I think
They
everywhere
put all the
else except for
resources
that.
in that scene.
Yeah. The final scene I think they did with Electro, that final thing where he's leaping away. I
That
thought
was
that was pretty
cool.
Yeah. Okay. Here, you guys. I don't know if you guys have seen it in 1080p. Like, actually downloaded a 1080p version, but like I did and watched that version. My God, the trailer was so much better. Like the CGI
Really?
kind of. Yeah, the CGI kind of looked iffy on the YouTube version, but when I downloaded like the 1080p from Apple, wow. You could,
I
like,
watched
the
it in
CGI looks really good.
240p on the YouTube version.
I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice.
You could have downloaded it.
Hang on. Okay, that is true. Well, actually, no, I can't download things because for some reason, like, YouTube downloader doesn't work for me.
No. It's not from YouTube. Otherwise, the quality would be crappy. It's an actual, like, legitimate, like, what I don't know what it would be
Website.
called.
Yeah, you said
No,
it was on Apple.
Yeah,
Well,
Apple trailers.
they hosted it on Apple, but
Okay.
it's like the legitimate, like, trailer. Like, the it hasn't been condensed or anything in Flash.
I
Okay.
should do that because I haven't even seen it like that.
Sure. Yeah, I'll go check that out. You see, I really do not like movie theaters. I don't like being in them, and I don't like going to see movies
Really?
around the time they come.
I know, right? Isn't it weird?
Because
I'm
it is-
well.
it is
here's the
your-
thing, I'm
like
very
Being
sensitive.
around people.
I like the
Yeah.
I'm sensitive to sound, and then with movie theaters, it's like really, really, really loud, and so that kind of vibrates my entire person, and I hate that. But there are 2 movies that I will honestly make attempts to try and see in theaters upon release, and one is the Lego Movie, and 2 is this one, Spider-Man.
Yeah, like I like being in the cinema because it's the whole like I hate
Movie
people
theater
being there. Yeah,
experience, am I
like
right?
obviously. If I could have a cinema on my own, then I would definitely it'd be perfect. But
That's 90%.
like you
Yeah,
get
no,
submersed in the
theater
entire
trips,
like.
I go into like deserted things like weeks after the movies come out and nobody's there and the whole place
That's
is empty.
awesome.
Yep.
Like usually there's like these teenagers who like sit in front of me. Like I'm a teenager myself, but you know those ones who just like don't go there to hang out, and it's really annoying. It makes you want to like tell the manager to take them out because it really does annoy me.
I think I'm one of those teenagers.
Oh my
I just
goodness.
to hang out all the time.
Yeah,
Because
Kahi,
screw
Yeah,
other
I
people, okay?
The only time I did that
I
was
don't care about
Insidious.
other people enough to do that.
Oh, come on.
I
Here we
could
go.
give other people a good time, but that doesn't give me a good time, so screw you.
When I went to go see Insidious 1, it was like a back-to-back from Insidious 1 and 2, so we watched 1 first. Obviously, like, if you want to watch number 1, you can just go home and or get it or buy it or whatever. So me and my friend were just, like, taking the mickey out of it, and there's this guy that looks like Loki. And we're like, hey, it's Loki. So, and then everyone was getting really angry with us. But that's the only time I've done it.
Wow, but yeah, I liked how Peter and Gwen interact. I legitimately like seeing them on the screen. Now I can't really say that for a lot of other movie couples, especially speaker movie couples, because I'm generally like, hey, just get on the giant CG fighting that we all really came here to see.
It's gonna be a shame.
But
Apart from Mary Jane.
I know, right? Gwen Stacy.
I like the 2 characters,
Yup.
and they have good
Yeah.
chemistry.
Because they're dating in real life, though.
Really?
Well, they were.
Chocolate House.
They broke up. I'm pretty sure they're still dating.
No, I think that they just dated. Like they went on a date, and they thought, that's.
No, they were
I don't think-
like an actual couple, not just one
Yeah,
date.
in real
Uh-huh.
life they were.
Well, it's
They
not
were
again
together.
the celebrity gossip, but still they still have very good.
Well, I mean, that's just why they have
Interact.
chemistry, though, because they actually do like each other.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It was a pretty
Oh my
shway
gosh.
trailer.
And man, freaking Rhino, Electro, Green Goblin,
Rhino was
Doc,
a surprise.
Odd Vulture. Who's the 6th person you think that? Rhino was.
There
really
was that
interesting.
like silhouette. There was that silhouette with the hat on. That was like you couldn't see him, but in the background there was like
Oh,
dot
yeah, the
coms
man in
and
the
such.
shadows.
Like, yeah,
Yeah, that's
Oh,
the man.
Mysterio.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
Oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's
might
not
take one.
like. I'm pretty sure it's not Norman
I think it's
Osborn
Norman
because he
Osborn.
was pretty sick when we saw him.
So much talking over.
Really? Do you
Yeah,
think,
I think
he
it's
was
him. I
He
think-
looked like crap.
Yeah,
He looked like
I
crap
think
when we saw him.
someone made an interesting post on superherohype.com about how Norman, the sick Norman, could actually be a chameleon. Yeah,
Oh.
and that they're pulling
Like,
hers, and that the
spectacular,
guy,
Yeah.
and the guy in the shadows is actually the real Norman. Kind of surveying scene, and also Harry is kind of testing out the goblin armor, because if you look, the goblin armor is not finished. Only one half is done. The other half still is like a bunch of exposed wires and metal and stuff. So I'm pretty sure Harry is meant to be like a proto goblin, and then in the next movie we'll have the actual Green Goblin with a fully completed
yeah,
armor.
like a hob.
Yeah.
There is a proto goblin, but he'd probably be called the Hobgoblin.
Yup.
Yeah, it'll be something like that. I mean, he's got like the orange hair going on too, so he could be proto goblin.
And
Yeah,
I
that's
like
true.
the voice. No, not the voice actor. The actor they chose. The
Oh, Dan
voice of
DeHaan, yeah.
Chronicle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, I
yeah,
love him.
awesome. Dude,
I love
yeah,
that movie.
I saw Chronicle, and that was one of my like first reactions after seeing the movie. It was like, That kid could play a great Harry Osborn. I'm so glad they casted him.
Yeah.
I-
Yeah, I didn't realize
like-
it was him at first. I was like, he looks so familiar, and then I was like, my god.
Yep.
So yeah,
Me
I'm glad that they
All
chose
right.
him.
too.
Was that all for the Spider-Man 2 discussion?
Rhino was a surprise. He looked cool. Every villain looked cool. Goblin I need to see more of. CGI needs some work in some places.
I hope it doesn't become like a Spider-Man 3 thing where they put too many villains.
Yeah.
And don't
That is
No.
the
I was
worst
about
case
to say-
scenario thing that can happen.
Worst case scenario, yeah. I honestly don't think so. I think Electro's still going to be the main villain. Rhino's going to be there for like 2 minutes, and Green Goblin is going to be kind of like a recurring force. Like he's got a presence in the movie throughout, but he's never actually the conflict up until like maybe towards the end.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But I
I
think
was actually
Electro will definitely
watching
be the
a
main
review
villain.
for Spider-Man. I was watching a review for Spider-Man
Go ahead,
3, and most of the problems were like the script. Like the script
Yeah.
didn't make sense. Like the narrative didn't make sense. Like the symbiote just randomly falls from the sky. There's no
Yeah, nothing's
actual
connected.
reason.
Yeah.
So it's like all choppy.
Just a bunch of random stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And
I
that
think
didn't help.
what they're gonna do is they're gonna do something like, because Peter has the one line where he says something about the entire world being against him or something like that, along those lines in the trailer, and they're probably gonna have like the beginning maybe 20 minutes, half an hour of the movie be him like leading up to that, him getting that opinion because he's fighting a bunch of random villains that are just popping up because he's there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I know what line you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's been a recurring theme a lot in movies and games nowadays, is that heroes create their own villains. I know, Viper, before we were
Definitely
talking
for
about
Batman.
this, though. Yeah, definitely for Batman. But, like, you were saying before that, like, you thought they shouldn't focus too much on Peter's personal life?
Yeah, like Transformers is a good example because it's called Transformers, but really it should be called Humans with Transformers in them.
I
Like,
feel like I was thinking about that, and like at first I agreed with you, but then the more I thought about it, the more I realized like Peter Parker's narrative is more about an average guy getting the spider powers, and like to really hone that in, you really do have to focus on this. Like as opposed to Transformers, because the movie is Transformers. You want to see the Transformers, you don't want to see this random human, and that's why it feels forced. You don't care what happens to Shia LaBeouf. Is it LaBeouf?
Yeah.
See, yeah, I feel like you can't have a good Spider-Man movie without Peter Parker, because I think one of the unique things about Spider-Man that no other superhero really has is that like Spider-Man doesn't really have like, he actually has a secret identity, but like Spider-Man and Peter Parker are like the same person. They're not like a different like
Person.
character.
him being
Like,
Spider-Man
yeah.
just
Like, you know how like Batman and Bruce Wayne, they're two completely different entities.
but Spider-Man is pretty much
And,
the same
you know,
guy but with better confidence.
Exactly. And then like
Yeah.
Superman's the real character, and anyway, yeah, Clark Kent is just kind of like a guise, but Superman's the real character. But Spider-Man is actually, you know, like Peter Parker. Peter Parker and Spider-Man are one and the same.
Hello.
So you have to combine his personal life with
gone all
the
quiet.
whole thing. It's really intertwined.
Yeah,
Reading what you
now
said,
that I
Kat.
think about it, I actually wouldn't mind because Peter Parker is actually quite an interesting character. Like, I was just looking about, like, I liked Peter Parker in the, you know, the old Spider-Man movie, but I didn't really like the Spider-Man. He didn't play the Spider-Man very well. Like, but this Andrew Garfield, he plays the role really well.
Andy Garfield.
No, I'm sorry, my weakness.
Well,
Do you not understand the concept of the mask?
Other
That's
than-
good.
that was pretty funny.
Oh, yeah.
I see. I can just agree with that so well. It just
Yes,
struck such a perfect chord with me.
If you want to steal a
The
car,
concept
don't
of
dress
the
like a car
mask is
thief.
So that Spider-Man.
All right. Well, does anyone else have anything to say about the trailer before we move on?
Nope.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's great. Looking forward to it. Spider-Man.
Big step up from the first movie.
Spider-Man.
The scope just like exploded.
I want them to introduce some more characters. Like I want them to build up more. I don't want them to introduce everything in one go. I want them to build up more. I want them to do stuff. I want them to build towards Gwen's death in 3 because she's gonna die in 3.
Oh
Let's
yeah,
face it.
yeah. I heard.
I feel like
yeah.
she's gonna die on this one.
Yeah.
I thought she was gonna die in this one because Electro kills. her, didn't
Green
she?
Goblin kills her.
That
in
would
the
be
comics.
interesting if Electro did.
Oh,
Actually, it's left the question whether or not it was the Green Goblin or accidentally Spider-Man that kills her.
Either way, Green Goblin killed her though. 'Cause he
Good
took
point.
something.
That's what-
Well,
Yeah,
in the
it's like,
comics,
you know-
Carnage does in Ultimates, and yeah.
you know
Okay.
the sets with the Green Goblin holding Mary Jane. It should have been Gwen then, don't you think?
You know, it really should. But I guess they're kind of
Is
replacing
Mary
Gwen.
Jane even in the movie?
About this one.
Not-
She was supposed
She was going to
Oh,
be,
she-
but they cut out her scenes.
I
But
remember
yeah.
the old Spider-Man cartoons. You know, the really, really old
Oh
ones.
yeah, the 90s or the.
I
to.
remember when the first time he saw Mary Jane, that creepy face he pulled. That was funny.
I do not know of what you refer to.
Yeah, it was the only episode I remember is when he mutates into that like spider thing, and it's like really weird,
Spider.
and that
thing.
adjusted.
Oh,
Which spider
I know what
thing?
you're talking
Spider-Man
about.
or?
I know.
Spider.
Now I know what you're talking about. It's when he had like the 6 spider arms.
Yeah, he had
Yeah,
the.
when the foreign DNA starts to take over his own,
Yeah.
and he like
He turned into like a
And-
giant spider.
and that I can't remember his name. He's the justice person. He's like a vigilante, has a skull on his.
Oh,
I can't remember his
Punisher.
name.
Yeah, Punisher.
Punisher.
Yes, that's it. That Punisher. And Punisher's after him. Yeah.
Frank Castle.
I was just wrong. But yeah, that actually happens. In fact, in the comics, he actually turns into a giant spider, and kind of goes crazy and like mutates and like puts himself in a web cocoon, and he emerges with new spider powers. He had like Wolverine like claws that shot out of the bottom of his palms, and he could like stick stuff to his back, and his spider sense was like crazy. Comics
Jeez.
are weird. Okay,
Like, I was-
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
when I was younger, I was more of a spider. I was like, how weird would that be if they put that in a film? Like, it'd be like Incredible Hulk with Spider-Man.
That's exactly the plot of the Broadway show.
All right. Well, on that note, let us move on to the next subject of today's discussion. Story time.
AKA Kahi's story time.
I don't want to hear
Yeah.
stories.
Because we ran out of time.
Haha, that was good.
Ah.
Kahi, go.
Okay, so it's snowing. You know, Christmas music, all that kind of great
Yay.
stuff. And it's snowing here. I think in a lot of America too, because a lot of people that I know in other states are saying it snowed there. So it snowed here. The snow plow has not come through here. It snowed about a good 3 feet, maybe 4-ish, depending on where you're coming from. And what happened today is that so my friends, I have a bunch of friends. One of my friends lives at this bottom of this hill. She has several cars. So we went, my friend had a truck. We went, we pulled them out, shoveled them out, towed them out, did all that kind of great stuff. And so once we were done, we're at the bottom of this big hill, and we were like, well, what do we do now? And my friend's like, wait, we have a sled, right? Let's put the sled in the back of the truck and pull it around. So we're like, there's absolutely nothing can go wrong with this idea, and we're like, yeah, let's do it. So we get the sled. It's one of those sleds that it's not like a normal traditional sled like in A Christmas Story. It's more like it has raised edges and stuff. It's more like a bottom of a, I don't know how to describe it, like a tub kind of. So we tied one end of the rope to there. We tied the other one to the truck, and my friend starts and he pulls two of my friends get in the back. One of my friends get in the back of the truck to film it. Me and my other friend are inside the cab. That's where we are right now. Okay. So just envision there's 5 of us, 2 in the sled, 1 in the bed, 2 in the cab. We start off. My friend, pulls them up all the way up the hill. That's fun. That's dandy. We get off. We turn onto the road. My friend starts speeding up. Goes to about, I'd say around 30 miles an hour. And we're going through, I don't know how much that is in kilometers. Sorry, Viper. But, so we're going down the road and like, we're speeding up as we go along, and it's crazy, and like snow is flying everywhere behind it, and my friend's filming it. And as we go, there's this like SUV, and it's like one of the driveways that comes out towards the road. It's just about to turn, and it sees a truck, and you see it it kind of starts to move, and it brakes, and it sees the sled coming behind it. My friends are like, screaming, and they're waiting, they're raising their arms and doing stuff, and like, the SUV comes to a stop before hitting him, and then waits for it to go, and then turns right and starts following us because wanted to go that way. And so me and my friend in the cab were like, man, that was kind of close. That guy must be like kind of wondering what we're doing here. And we get to the point where we go, and there's a very sharp 90-degree turn. My friend goes it, and we decide like, you only live once, right? We take the turn, and like we have to kind of gauge it so that the sled doesn't flip over and like everybody starts rolling down and or smashes into one of the houses on the corner. And so we take the corner really kind of sharper than we normally do, so that when the rope goes and flings around, my friends won't capsize and break all the bones in their body. And we do that, and like my friend tries to slow down as best we can, and we go around the corner, and against all odds, like they lean to the right, like freaking toboggan guy, like the guys, people in the Olympics, how they all kind of lean in unison, and they lean right at the perfect angle, and they do the cleanest turn I've ever seen a sled like that do on the back of a truck. And they slide, and there's this huge wave of snow, and they're just doing perfectly fine. Like we were like, it was great. My friend has it, my friend's filming it. He's like, yeah, it's great. The SUV behind us comes, and we're still going out. My friend's starting to speed up a little faster after we rounded the curve, and the SUV that has been behind us the entire time pulls around the corner too. And we're like, man, I hope the guy saw that. And I guess he did see it because sirens start flashing from the SUV. So, turns out that,
Oh dear.
unbeknownst to us, while we were shoveling our friends out, our state has declared a state of emergency. Or our city has. Which means that you are not advised to be out and doing crazy stuff. And, so when the SUV, the cop, saw us doing crazy stuff, obviously she had to be a buzzkill. We were 100% convinced, had it been a male cop, he wouldn't have pulled us over, because he would just be like, I remember when I did that. That was pretty fun. But it was this fat, lady, and I'm pretty sure she didn't do anything wild or crazy in her snow wild days. So, she told us, she took my friend's license and got that noted and said you probably shouldn't do this, and, kind of pack it up and don't let me catch you doing it again. And we're like, okay. And she never caught us doing it again, because she didn't catch us again. About 5 minutes after she was gone, we hit the road, and we went back, and we unhitched the sled and tied it back up again, and we did some more crazy stuff until the day was over.
Wow, just wow.
That was my yesterday, and I wasn't even here at all yesterday.
That sounds very fun.
Yeah, I didn't notice. Yesterday was a dead day. Nobody was on.
It was pretty
Yeah, it
dead.
was. There was like me. I kind of gave up after a while, but like Mesto was like on and off, and then like a couple of people popped by, and then they like went off, and then.
But today we've got an
give up.
exciting recording session and fun and laughs. And
Yay.
for the final thing in today's episode, after that amazing story by Kahi, thank you for that, by the way, we have a special thing by Eljay. Now, Eljay,
I'm not
give some
so sure if it's a
backstory.
good idea to read it now.
I already gave the go-ahead.
I don't know if it's a good idea to read it now because of my connection, man.
You're fine.
Green light, LJ.
Do it.
Live
All
life
right.
on the edge. Explain what it is.
I think it's. I think it's
Okay.
YOLO.
All right. So
All these.
I had been linked yesterday by a friend of mine who was looking through another former friend of mine's thingamabob, his DeviantArt.
Yeah.
And this friend found a story that he had written called Eljay's Adventure. And so I decided, it'd be kind of funny to read this off as kind of like a two-parter. So the first part will be now, and the second part will probably be next week or whenever.
Tune in next week with the exciting conclusion, etc., etc.
Cliffhanger.
But for now, we will begin with this part. And remember, I did not write this; someone else did, and not by my request. So here we go. Christmas is a time for sharing and giving, and also a time to remember a jolly man who loves to give toys to all the children in the world. Every child in this world knows about the big, fat, jolly, red-suited old man, Santa Claus. But did they ever know that this old, jaded man also had a life of his own? The answer is no, because they know him as a man who gives presents for their own selfish desires. Unknown to the people of planet Earth, Santa Claus is actually a ruthless dictator who exasperates his own nation under his strict magical powers. He torments his elves with his cybernetic soldiers, known as the T-700s. He uses them to severely abuse his elves, or sometimes kill them on the spot. It is so heartbreaking that no one knows that these elves are in slavery under the ironclad hands of Santa. It has been almost an eternity that these elves have been working for the willy old Saint Nick, but on December 2nd, 2015, things will change. It's not done yet.
Wow. I can't wait.
It's
Was
time
this
to
written
face
by,
the
It's not even
music.
done yet.
was
Sorry, you're done.
this written by Vorak or Hermione Granger? I was talking about bringing
It's not even done. Give me a second. Okay. In the elf village of Al-Kanahad, many of its population began to wane. Since Santa began his new diplomatic rule over the region, many of the elves weakly attempted to rebel.
Yes, please.
Hey, it's Hermione Granger, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
What?
Nothing at all.
Carry on.
I didn't make a stereotype there. I swear.
I got
Go.
Hey, everyone's got to have pizza, you know.
That is very true. All right, let LJ continue his story.
I'll just restart that. In the elf village of Al-Kanahad, many of its population began to wane. Since Santa began his new diplomatic rule over the region, many of the elves weakly attempted a rebellion against Santa's hordes, but sadly they all died in vain. There was no hope for them, and the more they miffed Santa, the more they disappeared. A young villager named Eljay lived in this village and noticed how overcome the elves were whenever Santa's soldiers came and attacked the village. Unknown to the elves, Eljay isn't actually an elf, but a biomechanical being in disguise. Learning about Santa's forces, it was
You
about
mean
time.
like robot in disguise? Okay.
It was about time for him to call in forces to counter evil Santa and his reign of terror.
Hey, Eljay, get over here!
Yelled an elf by the counter.
I need some assistance carrying this crate.
Eljay hesitated and stared at the crate with great curiosity. It isn't normal for their little house to receive such a big package. The elf waited impatiently for Eljay and began to read the description on who delivered it. The name was hard to read, but the elf found out that it said, "From L."
Eljay, hurry up and help me lift this. I don't have all day,
yelled the elf. "I'm here," replied Eljay as he got to the counter. Slowly lifting up the package, it gave out a weird, high-pitched sound, which flabbergasted the two of them. Dumbstruck by the sound, the package tore itself open, sending a huge, bright object up into the air, which swiftly struck a beam into Eljay. Miraculously, Eljay grew 7 feet, and an odd type of armor surrounded Eljay. "What just happened?" questioned Eljay. "That was freaky."
By Jack Frost, Eljay, you're tall!
Said the elf. Overlooking this situation, Eljay stared into the mirror and looked at himself with amusement. Eljay was vain at the sight of his new body. But what if the dictator Santa found out? The two friends kept it quiet, which made Eljay leave his home and forced him to live in the wilderness. The Clandestine event was spoken again. The problem was, it was going to haunt them forever. Part 2 next week.
What the heck? What did I just hear?
That was-
Wow.
What did I just
Right.
hear?
Did you really think that was worthy to share to all of us?
I
right
think
now?
our fans will love it, but it just.
It's a creative story.
even better, trust me. Just wait till next week.
Oh man, what the heck?
You know, what? I want to hear that story in which the sorcerer Nicholas takes over and enslaves all the elves and forces
And
them to
only
do his.
one heroic Toa can save them.
That's the part I see that's unrealistic.
It's like you
The sorcerer,
get
yeah,
new
I get
armor and you're taller, but instead of using that to help the rebellion, you decide to go hide in the wilderness for some reason.
Now, hang on. Just wait till the very end.
Okay.
You finally know who Bigfoot is.
Okay, I'm telling you, I
LJ,
shaved.
Bigfoot of. Wow. Okay. Well, that was exciting. And on that,
That was the
note,
word for it, all right.
and on that note, let us end with our traditional music segment. Quick Var, sing something impromptu.
No.
But Var,
The No Song.
Viper,
by
No,
sing
no
something
song for
impromptu.
you. Get LJ to do it.
No, Viper.
Wait, what?
No.
Sing the Paraka rap.
No. Don't do it. Don't listen to them.
Saying bionicle brains.
What is that?
Oh no.
Oh,
Talk about
you've
that.
never heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching TTV
Yeah,
episode
okay.
80.
Okay, fine. Enough of this. Thank you
Yeah.
for watching TTV episode 84. This has been fun. Please be sure to like, favorite, rate, comment, subscribe. Welcome Viper to the cast. Things are going to only go up from here. And yeah, hope you enjoyed. I'm messing.
Hooray. Oh, well, sorry. I'm Barterin.
I'm LJ.
I'm Kahi.
Keeney's gone.
I'm Viper.
And we shall see you all next time for the next exciting episode of the TTV Podcast. Goodbye.
Where did Keeney go?
Good question. He's
You've only just left halfway through.
vanished into thin air.
Good question.